Well, schools' reopening plans are fluid as the new school year draws near, and many districts across North Alabama are just working on several options just to ensure everyone's safety.
Joining us this morning via Zoom is Decatur City School Superintendent Michael Douglas. Good morning, Michael. Thank you so much for joining us.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So I guess walk us through right now, if you can, with what the return to the classroom looks like right now for students and teachers at Decatur City Schools.
Well, we're going by the Alabama Department of Public Health chart that they put out. You know, it pretty much puts your community in a threat level of green, yellow, orange, or red. And we're going to use that as our guide. Currently, Morgan County would be in yellow. We consider yellow and orange the biggest difference we have. In addition to all the safety measures that all the schools are doing with cleanliness, we would probably put masks on our students if we're in yellow or orange. If we got to a level red, that would probably be full virtual. Decatur's really lucky. We do have the capacity to go full virtual. But those are just a few of the things we've had to consider. Of course, we want our kids safe, but I hope our parents understand that if we don't keep the adults and the bus drivers safe also, then we're not going to be able to have school at all. So just weighing through the different phases that we may have to go through, and we're going to take it in increments. Our initial plan that we'll probably put out in the next 2 weeks will go through Labor Day. And then we'll adjust in small increments because, as you said in the intro, this is a very fluid thing.
Yeah. How flexible, when you're putting your plan together and you're having to maybe kind of change things depending on these spikes that we keep seeing and depending on what happens with the mask ordinance or anything like that, how flexible are you, Dr. Douglas, with your plans to perhaps have to change from week to week?
Well, and that's why we didn't want to get too far ahead of ourselves. We start August the 12th, and so we felt like that, hey, let's go from August 12th to the 1st of September with the initial plan. But as you said, if my city were to come out with a mask ordinance, obviously, then it wouldn't matter what level. We would wear masks in accordance with that. So, yes, I can put out the best plan and do it in small increments, but that doesn't mean that a governor or state or city decision wouldn't cause us to adjust.
You mentioned just a little bit ago about keeping your bus drivers and other supporting staff and teachers healthy and safe as well. Let's talk about changes to the buses. Will students have to wear masks on buses? Will there be access to hand sanitizer? What is the ride to and from school going to look like?
Yeah, I mean, of course, we're asking our parents to take their temperature before they get on the bus. We'll have hand sanitizer. They'll do one pump, wash their hands. And then we will be requiring masks on bus because regardless of threat level, we cannot guarantee the social distancing that is a requirement. So that would be the one area where, masks would probably be mandatory all year.
Yeah, another thing to think about is school cafeterias and that situation there. So what's the plan there? We got about 30 seconds left. What are you talking about? Differing cafeteria hours, perhaps?
We can accommodate with distancing about a third of our students, so we're looking at eating in the classroom and spillover areas. But yes, in order to meet the guidelines, we would not be able to eat all students in the lunchroom for breakfast or lunch.
All right. Michael Douglas, Decatur City Schools Superintendent, thank you so much for your time this morning. We appreciate your insight.
Thank you.
Appreciate you very much. 6:41 right now.